For the year 2005 to 6, Merton accepted 215 households as homeless. 88 households were accepted as homeless were in the 16 to 24 age category, and that's 41% of the total. But if you're looking at 16 to 17-year-olds, that's 38, that's 17%. So it's quite, given a young age, it's actually quite a high percentage.
Well, I was having a lot of problems at home.
Because my mum didn't chuck me out, she just, she just beat me up, and I couldn't handle it. She apologised the next day, but I couldn't trust her.
My mum kicked me out about 3 years ago.
I'm 17 years old and I left home when I was 17 as well.
The first time I moved out, I stayed with a friend of the family. I was 14.
I didn't get on with my dad. Me and him were always arguing.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for it. It's like I had to grow up quick. I had to adapt to my surroundings, and I had to adapt to what I had to do.
That was the struggle of parental bondage. I was trying to break free from the chains and.
I mean, since I was young, my mum's been an alcoholic. So there's been aggressive fights, violent fights, police have got involved.
Yeah, basically just obviously problems arise at home, you know what I mean? Just wanted to get a place for myself and be independent, you know what I mean?
But, yeah, I don't know, it's hard for me to get money as well. That's how rough it was.
Basically, me and my stepdad didn't get along very well, and he'll try and get me in trouble with my mum, and in the end, he threatened to go and kill himself if my mum didn't make me leave.
I phoned the police on my mum. I didn't push charges. The police put me in a hostel in Streatham.
I got referred to Merton Council, and they referred me to the YMCA.
It was only a 3-day accommodation, and you have to move out straight after 3 days because it was only emergency.
And I went down to the council with all my stuff. Once I got out of the council, I just wanted somewhere to stay the night because I didn't really want to stay anywhere else, like my family or my friends.
I was going through a homeless situation, so I went to Merton Council and they referred me to surgery, who referred me here.
I had to go to Merton Council and go and speak to a housing officer.
I was, like I said before, living at my cousin's house. And I went to the council and they put me into a proper hostel where a carer lives there.
I had the connections worker that was helping me as well at the time, and basically apply myself as being homeless and then fill out loads of documents and that.
Okay, when I went to the council, they treated me like a dumbass, and I don't know, they treat me like I'm something stupid. They didn't respect me. Every single time I went to talk to someone, I got moaned at, and I don't know, they just all I wanted them to do was just put me somewhere, even for the night. But they put me in here, but I don't know, there was nothing to really moan about, and they just, I don't know, they kept going on at me I don't know, it isn't a big deal when it is, because I didn't want to be out on the streets. So I was like, can't you go back to your mum? And I was like, no, I don't want to go back to my mum because I don't want to keep getting harassed and abused and crap like that.
Oh, the council was bad. It's basically you have to, I'm doing this for the camera, you have to tell a bit of lies, actually try and get your place quick, because the council will just dump you anywhere. With certain places they'll put you with crackers and prostitutes and stuff like that. So I had to work quite hard, and I had a social worker as well that's helped me along the way.
Well, this depends a lot on how old you are. If you're under 18, we're not actually able to give someone a council tenancy for legal reasons. So under that age, you're inevitably looking at some sort of hostel accommodation. Sometimes that's got your own kitchen, bathroom. Sometimes it isn't. Sometimes it's in a really large hostel. Other times it's in a much smaller one with perhaps only sort of 2 or 3 people living there.
It was all tiring, really. I know through most of it, I just really couldn't be bothered. But then I realised that it ain't all that hard to like get yourself into somewhere when you're under the age of 18, which I should be grateful.
She just told me to hang on for a little while, so I stayed at my friend's house unwillingly for about a week, and then after that I found I got a place at a hostel.
Yeah, the Crown House said to my sister, "Oh, we're not gonna rehome you because you're 20. You should be able to look after yourself." So basically, they were trying to say to her, "Is like go live out on the streets," and I didn't want to leave her, but I had to get to here.
And I had to stay there for about a month, and then they moved me to another place in Mitcham where I lived with 2 other boys, and then they moved me here, and I've been here for a year and a bit, like a year and a half now.
But I believe that one of the key factors is the lack of affordable housing in the UK, particularly in London. With the rents and house prices risen dramatically over the last few years, it makes it increasingly difficult for households on no income to try and resolve their own housing solutions.
Yeah, I had to grow up fast, and I had to realise that things don't just come easy. Like you actually realise that money does count for a lot. Like, because I've got to pay my rent, electricity, and everything like, and food, and still clothe myself. And you realise that it's money. It is all down to money, and you have to work for it.
Obviously, you're always going to want to be at home with your mum and your dad, no matter how bad they are.
It's alright, but sometimes like you get a bit lonely when you live by yourself. Because normally you're like with your brothers and sisters and that, so you're just like by yourself.
And then no, because I miss my mum's cooked dinners, and I have to try to cook for myself.
Yeah, well, I mean, for one, you can never choose. When you're in that situation, you can never really choose who you are going to be placed with.
No, I've got my own flat on the top floor.
So, I mean, obviously a personality clash or someone that you don't actually like or the person that doesn't like you, that's obviously going to occur.
I like it. It's my first proper little flat, so it's my home. It feels like my home. But it's just like the windows are really low down, and he can open the windows and open the catches on the windows as well.
One, yes, I do, because I get my own freedom. I get to do what I like. No one telling me what time to come in or what I can and can't do.
But also the environment that it was in, I have to say, there was always people, like adults there, and I mean, if you're quite an independent person, it can be quite claustrophobic for you. You can feel like, I mean, there's a curfew and you have to stick to certain rules, and it is very, 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 like, restricting.
They portray us all to be dirty little slags that just want council flats and income support.
When I get on the bus, some people look at me to think she's only young. What's she doing with a baby?
No, not really, because not everyone does. I know I didn't. I want to go work, and I didn't do it just to get the flat or income support. That's nothing. They don't pay a lot.
Well, I haven't got my own flat at the moment, so I haven't just had a baby to get a flat or benefits.
What kind of support has he given you?
He does a lot. He works. He even got a job in mother care, so he could get a lot of discount for the baby. And yeah, he buys her stuff. He looks after her.
No, I have to say, going to MASH, it has helped me. There was one woman there that was lovely. She was lovely. She helped me through a hell of a lot of problems. But then again, like I say, you can't choose who's going to be your key worker or the people you're going to live with.
Just telling anyone out there that wants to try and get a hostel just for sake, that you shouldn't do it. Like, it's not that, unless you've got people behind you or you know what you want to do, then I don't advise it to no one.
If you could like hack being like by yourself through certain times and go through certain things, and like if you know how to like survive basically, because it's hard living by yourself.
Oh, I could like, I don't know, there's nothing to change my mum for the way she is already. like, I don't know, it's like she has really bad mood swings, so